ranking the 4 emperors of this new era of One Piece. If you want to see me rank the Yonko of the pre-time skip, check out my video that came before this one. And in 4th place, we got Cross Guild. From what we know about Cross Guild, the title of Yonko is deserved, but they haven't done enough to put them any higher on this list. Yes, the bounty system is amazing, but we haven't seen it to its full effect. We do not know how far this bounty system will go. Or it's possible the Marines might make a move on Cross Guild because of how effective this bounty system is. And no, I do not think the Marines or the Gorosei are arrogant enough to go against a Yonko, but if they feel threatened enough, they'll do what they have to. From what we know, Buggy has a loyal fleet and not the best crew, but a crew that respects him. But the main draw from Cross Guild is Crocodile, Mihawk, and Buggy himself. This is a little weird, but none of these 3 individuals are a Yonko. Hear me out. Crocodile nor Mihawk are commanders. These 3 people make up one Yonko. Buggy, the reputation, Mihawk, the strength, and Crocodile, the smarts. They are also the only Emperor crew with 0 road poneglyphs, and that is very bad, especially if you're trying to get to One Piece. But let's get into 3rd place. In the 3rd place, we got the Red Hair Pirates. And hear me out. Out of the 4 current Yonko, Shanks and his crew are the veterans. Even though we know Shanks has a very well-rounded crew, his own fleet call themselves notoriously weak. Taking that knowledge into consideration, we can say confidently Shanks gets by a lot of the time by using his reputation. We know for a fact the Red Hair Pirates aren't to the level of a Big Mom Pirates or the Beast Pirates. But with the defeat of Kid, we can assume that Shanks has already picked up his poneglyph rubbings. Meaning Shanks would now have the Whole Cake Island road poneglyph and the Wano road poneglyph. We can safely assume he doesn't have the Zou poneglyph, but we do not know where the last road poneglyph is. Speculation, maybe Elbaf, and we'll obviously be seeing more of Shanks as the series goes on, but just my speculation, I honestly think Shanks will be going down on this list later in the series, but we'll see. And in 2nd place, we got the Straw Hat Pirates. Currently, out of the 4 Yonko crews, I would say that the Straw Hat Pirates are the most well-rounded out of the 4. And narratively, I would want to give it to Shanks, but we just do not know the entirety of his crew and how they move. Currently, both Zoro and Sanji are incredibly strong. I would put them around equal levels. Another big plus for the Straw Hat Pirates are all the places they're affiliated with. Just off the top of my head, Fishman Island, Zou, Wano, the Elbaf Giants, and obviously the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. Excluding the 3 nations I just mentioned, there are at least 5,000 pirates that fly the Straw Hat's Jolly Roger. And the fleet isn't too bad. I'd compare it to something like Whitebeard's fleet. But other than all that, the biggest factor, which why I would put the Straw Hat 2nd and the Red Hair Pirates 3rd, is because the Straw Hat Pirates have 3 of the 4 road poneglyph. That's only 1 step away from getting closer to the One Piece. They have Wano, Whole Cake Island, and Zou's poneglyph. And depending on that speculation, if the road poneglyph is in Elbaf, guess where we're going next? To Elbaf. And we all know the Straw Hats will move up on this list in the future, but for right now, they're in 2nd place. But in 1st place, we got the Blackbeard Pirates. Blackbeard 100%, without a doubt, took lost poneglyphs, which include the Zou poneglyph and the Wano poneglyph, so he's already got 2 of the 4 road poneglyphs. He sent 2 commanders to Whole Cake Island to kidnap Pudding, which worked successfully. They got Pudding. And as we know with Blackbeard, he is always playing the long game. Yes, kidnapping Pudding helps Blackbeard currently. I think the kidnapping of Pudding was to test the waters of Whole Cake Island. If 2 of his commanders could sneak in and take one of Big Mom's daughters, is it not possible for somebody like Shiryu to sneak in and take a rubbing of a poneglyph? Just saying. But another reason why Blackbeard currently is ahead of any other Yonko on this list is actually because of Caribou. Caribou was was with the Straw Hats for the entirety of the Fishman Island arc, and he got to see a little bit of Wano. Plus, he was on Egghead. Not only does he just have dirt on the Straw Hats, which Blackbeard would want, dirt on another Yonko, give me that. But read this panel. He got to see for himself where 2 of the 3 ancient weapons are. And I forgot to say, yes, the Straw Hats know where 2 of the 3 ancient weapons are, but now also, so will Blackbeard. But also, remember when Blackbeard put up on Law and he told Law he didn't know these new abilities that Law had? So we know Blackbeard likes to get dirt on people. He wants to know how you're gonna fight. He's not somebody like Kaido who wants to see what you're gonna do. No, he wants to know everything you will do before he sees you. And how do you think Blackbeard will react to the possibility of Caribou having seen Gear 5 in action? He obviously doesn't know the nature of Luffy's fruit, but Blackbeard might. Just a simple description of the fruit to Blackbeard might pique his interest. He might know what fruit he is talking about. And lastly, Blackbeard's crew is just full of heavy hitters. No matter where he is, him and his crew are at an advantage. If you try to fight Blackbeard at sea, what did he do to Law? Quake punch, got the whole ship jumping. Try to fight him on land? Pizarro is literally the island you are standing on. You are at a disadvantage. You got Van Auger in the cut somewhere looking for a snipe. Plus, he can just warp Blackbeard out the way if something is way too serious and he doesn't want to take that attack. So you always got to keep that in mind. Then you got Shiryu somewhere in the back waiting for his spot to get in. And there's a lot more I could get into with Katarina Devon, but I want to do a more in-depth video on Katarina Devon, so I'm gonna leave her out of this. And the actual last point is the pirate island, Hachinosu. It is literally the pirate capital of One Piece. We know that before Blackbeard was there, Wang Ji had control of it. And just using that information, we can assume that most of the underworld goings kind of flow through Hachinosu. But having control of the pirate island gives Blackbeard an entire hold on the underworld. And that's all I got for this one. Longer video, I know. But if you enjoyed the ranking, that's all that matters. If you disagree with any of these rankings, think anybody should have been higher, should have been lower, leave a comment. Let's talk about it.